Hello everyone, my name's Don. I put together this video that I hope will help people to visualize how the EQ in Lightworks operates. It's pretty simple. I'll show some filters and how they're applied, what the results are, and how you can visualize it. That way you can set it up for yourself to make that work. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Put some music into the timeline. Stravinsky, the Firebird Suite, a little piece of it. Go ahead and set up to export this file. Your video and audio. We get just the music, so we're going to export a WAV file. And I'm going to name it None, because we don't have any effects applied. And I've already exported a file. Here's my player. I'll load that up and play it. You see here a lot of low tones, low frequency tones, and we're building some high tones. This is a visualization tool that shows the spectrum of frequencies involved. Just an easy way to view it. We're going to use it to compare the original file to those files which we place equalization on filters. This is just as it was imported. No change. And we go back to Lightworks. We get rid of that. Let's pull up our effects panel, EQ, to the current clip. Add that. Here's your panel. First one that shows up is low pass, but you've got many more to take advantage of, depending on what you want to do. We're going to set this up for 500 Hertz, a fairly low frequency. A low-pass filter allows low frequency to pass and cuts off high frequencies. And we'll export this with the low-pass filter engaged. There it is. You'll see the low frequencies, but you won't see nearly as many high frequencies. That's because the EQ filter has cut them out, or at least reduced them. Here's the cutoff point, about 500 Hertz. And you see no significant amount of high frequency. Of course, you can tell in the sound, too, that it's not there, but this gives us a way to look at it and see it visually as well as listen to it. This is the low pass filter. Now let's set up. We'll get rid of this. Set up to look at another one of the filters. This one's called the high pass filter. It's the opposite. You see, it allows high frequency to pass, but prevents low frequency from passing. You see the change in the curve right here. That was 100. Here's 1,000. And change the curve. 10,000. It's a cutoff frequency. What frequency we want to cut off. So let's go look at that. It's the high pass frequency, high pass filter. See, we don't have as much low tones. The filter has cut out the low tones. You got some mid-range tones. Here's the cutoff point, about 1,000. But you have your mid-range and your high tones still intact. It's just that the low filters, the low frequencies are filtered out. Quite a stunning difference in appearance and sound from the low pass filter and from the sound from the original audio. This filter is a high pass filter and allows higher frequencies. That's why it's called high pass. This is just basic stuff. Alright, let's go to this third one I want to show you. That's a notch filter. Look at the change in that. We're going to leave the frequency the same, but keep your low and your high, but you cut out the middle. Frequencies in the middle are cut out. So let's have a look at that. Here's where we're cutting them out. About a 1,000 hertz. See the V here in a minute. Of the notch filter. There you have it. 3 filters in the EQ. You can play with it and see what each of these does and visualize it and get an understanding of it. Here's your bands. See what they do, how they look when you get it all put together. That's a basic thing. Basic description. There you go.